Waterfalls is a spoken word piece that touches upon what it means to live at the intersections of being a young professional, a woman of color, a millennial, who just seemingly has it all together. It's a narrative piece, but it also is based on the realities of intersectionality. So you have all these different identities, but then you throw in this underlying theme of dealing with your mental health. So what does depression look like when you're at a company meeting? What does anxiety look like when you're out for drinks with your friends? What do anxiety attacks look like when you're getting dressed in the morning? As this young professional woman of color who seems to have it all together. Because the thing is, life will always continue to go on with or without you, regardless of what state your mental health is in. And so what does that look like for someone trying to navigate all of these different things, trying to keep it together while mastering this whole adulting thing? So I wrote Waterfalls as an attempt to try and capture these complex topics that I don't think we talk about enough in a very open, honest, and authentic way. We're always going, and we don't really take the time to stop and think about our mental health and really prioritize it. And so I use a waterfall as a metaphor for your mental health. So a waterfall is this massive natural resource. It's beautiful, it's calming, it's majestic, but it's also powerful and quite literally can kill you. And I think that's exactly how dealing with your mental health can feel like. So I wrote Waterfalls during the middle of a panic attack, and I remember being very anxious at work all day, and I couldn't wait for the end of the day, and the anxiety was just increasing on my train ride home. And as soon as I got to my apartment, I just started writing, and I'm crying my eyes out, but through, these blurry tears, I'm still writing. And as a result, this beautiful spoken word piece was born that I'm now turning into this video project. So it was therapeutic, but in the moment, you feel like it's never going to end, and you think you're going to die, right? Like the anxiety is going to consume you. So Waterfalls represents the metaphor for your mental health, but we also have the literal water, of the waterfalls for all the ways in which we interact with water as we navigate our daily lives and our daily mental health. From boiling a cup of tea in the morning, to drinking the actual tea. And what does that feel like as the liquid, travels down your esophagus and you digest it, right? Drinking a cup of cold water in the morning, to take your medicine, taking a shower. What does that feel like when the water from the shower, touches your skin and, hits your pores? And even, the power of holding an ice cube during an anxiety attack, it actually changes the literal temperature of your body. And of course, the actual experience of crying, right? It's overwhelming, but it can also be, very, very, very healing. So this project is important, not only on a personal level, but as a creative producer who works in community media, I want young girls and young working women, and specifically women of color, to watch Waterfalls and see themselves reflected in this project. I want them to know that living with depression and anxiety and, other mental health issues is something that you can be in full control of. You don't have to, let it consume you. You're going to have your bad days, and it may feel like the end of the world, but take the time you need to push through. Give yourself permission to prioritize your own self-care.